Блядь, я разговариваю с заработал. Короче, какая проблема-то была? Я спас челиков. Типа, из моего отряда некоторые челики умерли. На эфирине нахуй устроили.
Eat shit! You're just pissing people off with your bullshit! You can fuck yourself! I'll do whatever I want! Enough! Damn it! You're a dead man!
Why?
What was that you? That's what I got.
My God! A brawl! What are you doing?
Take that! That hit home. You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Теперь сражаться против мужчины. Ударьте по мне случайно. Прикольно.
I'll hack your ass off. Pray, you bastard. Fuck that.
Привет. Ты не можешь передать время на лошади приплыли, блядь. Что не обновили на 2 гига, только я не понял, что обновилось. Потопили. Лагерь. Сегодня разделяем, что лагерь — это обычный человек, что делает, смотрит, я слегка напряженного брата.
What happened to you?
A wheel on our wagon broke, so we're...
You're lucky you didn't run into any footpads.
What can we do? We have to make a...
Where are you?
No, here and there. What the farm folk have to sell, we buy.
Times are hard because there's people thriving.
Can't argue with that. Everybody thinks twice before they part with them.
How did you come?
How? Well, you see, the farmers...
I see. You just play.
Aye, that's right. Buy for 1 groschen, sell for 2. Everyone's just doing the best they can.
I'll be happy to take it.
Of course.
Шкура, отмычки. Как ваш накоп? Связь, энергия, секретное действие. Локализация капуста. Куртка какая-то представлена. Куда он? Красного. Заметно. Обаяние. Охотничий кошель, шапка крота. Продать. Палас. Давай бронька.
Let's talk about the problem. Here.
Well, I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
Careful.
It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Так, и режим как включается? А, сейчас вот так он включается. Через настройки еще. Я все равно включается.
Interesting.
Очень интересно. Параметры управления. Раз, 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 раз. Оп. Что сделать? Да? Я просто здесь сами по дороге. Это прикол. Чувак вышел, и у меня, ну, в прошлый раз такой, и сохранился у меня. Что такое? Наверное. Ой, как скоро надо. Алейкум всем ворам, Вань. Скажите мне, что я не прав, блядь.
What do you think of Rosa Ruthard? What do I know? She's a shikse. She's quite comely. A man has to think of the poor fellow who will have her for a wife one day.
Ну, я что считаю, типа, реально. Ебать тупую.
First time, I told you we should aim lower.
If they hadn't made it properly, we could take another 3.
How do you feel?
What did you say?
How?
C'est terrible, mon ami. I am alive.
Kubianka doesn't look too worried.
Because I took the force of the blast for the...
Aha.
And Tricia...
Not now. I can't hear a bloody thing.
Надо дымить, у меня произошло. Вот когда плоскость пошла, типа он как начинает выражать. Так, где у меня?
I'll sort you out nicely.
You're not going to die.
What do you think about Malashov? We were done.
More like the people in the village were damned lucky. I'm glad you talked the devil out of burning it down.
Well, it took a bit more than talk.
It takes guts to stand up to Hinnick. But to beat him? My lord.
Do you think he'll want revenge?
You humiliated him in front of his own men. It can't be ruled out. You'd better keep an eye on him.
Any idea what...
Another madcap scheme, most likely.
Sometimes I ask myself what me and Capon have got ourselves into.
I tell you what you've got yourselves into, but I don't want to start cursing.
Братишка, реально ты ж похож немножко на это, на самое... Там, с зелеными. Я давно уже играю. 7, 3. Блядь, да хуя. Чего? Слабым соком вензов 15 штук. Yeah, oh my.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Мы специально сделали невероятно забываем.
You've lived through more battles than I have.
I won't lie. There were moments when I was ready to meet my maker. But in the end, I was amazed how it turned out.
The devil wanted to make things simpler for us.
Well, so I heard. And I also heard what you did.
No, it was nothing, really.
If you say so. But I'm glad to see you still got that boy from Skalitz in you.
Непонятно. Да мне похуй, моя совесть чистая, типа, похуй, пару грязнули, типа нас. Может, это повлияет на концовку, то, что у нас война приходит. Запомнил. Реально совесть чистая. Да, блядь. Реально победил. Вот что. Так.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success. I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
What's done is done. The devil got his ass kicked, the peasants still have a roof over their heads. And if it weren't for you, half our men who are now rotting beneath the walls would still be breathing.
After what I went through in Skalitz, I couldn't just burn down people's homes.
Tell that to the dead. If only you'd let the devil do his job, there'd be a lot less of them. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
So, I'm back.
Not yet. We need to fix ourselves up after the battle.
Greetings.
I beg you, I'm asking because...
If it's mercenary work you're interested in, you'll have to ask. God be with you.
Excuse me?
I'd like to learn...
Where's that again? Always!
All right.
Good lad.
I need to get better.
That weapon. All right then.
Ничего не было. Прикольно, наверное, да.
I'd like to...
You got that wine?
All right.
Ready.
You can ride off.
Yes, all right.
Сейчас я не могу что-то говорить. Здесь я работаю. Бегаю. Теперь я сам.
I see the threat of the gallows wasn't enough to deter you.
О, так выглядит.
The messenger sent by Sir Rudzik. They're nothing more than riffraff.
My lord, take care of my horse. Certainly.
Я сейчас вещи туда отдам. Я уже взломал. А что тут ничего не положил? Моя комната, я понял.
Careful!
Я чел. Прикольно, что у меня анимация, что сама пошла.
Good morning, Henry.
Good to see you, Lady Rosa.
Прикольно. Давай поговорим. Писать. Слышь, там показывает. Какой-то еще идет.
Excuse me?
Хуизм, блядь. Мне спать надо. Снимай. Клиента еще. Ой, как вы меня заебали. Вот. Давай. Я какой-то просыпаться. Или еще поучиться надо. Ой, это все, моя жизнь. Здесь вечер, да? Он подработал. Самое время тратить сейчас на обучение. Хоть черт, куда-то
You told...
Yes, yes. They want my secret. I learned you want more. Game is
So I can...
from anybody.
Я Катериной. Что, ты умер?
Is that you? What's happening?
Do not worry about it. Better to think of something.
Я.
I can't hear.
Идите нахуй, как вы меня заебали, блядь, дайте нормальный флешку свечу.
Is Von Burgo...
Not yet. We need to fix... Excuse me.
Клиент, жишка мой. Такое. Опа.
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Capon? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. Lord! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course, you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
Ништяк. Чего типа проснулись после этой сцены? Чем не получилось себе поспать. Вы вообще нахуй тут сумасшедшие, я вам отвечаю, блядь. Просто уже меня нахуй. Потому что там, не знаю, прошли сутки или нет. Выяснилось, что у меня концовка хуёвая будет из-за того, что я под конец перестал долго выполнять. Выделать темный звук. Так. 4 минуты. Здесь берем. Одна улица. Где чел? Ножишка.
Is von Berg?
Not yet. We need to fix ourselves.
Чё, блядь? Завтра-то наступило уже. Так, что у нас тут? Кажется, после битвы неудобно ранее поглотать. Наверное, после отрава допрашиваться. Что там? Там я нахуй реально не понимаю, что за прикол здесь еще происходит. Это я сломал. Парка.
That the finger of God is a piece of rubbish.
Why? Who are you calling a piece of rubbish?
I just have a fever.
Is that you?
Это пришли сразу разбираться с утра нахуй, блядь. Жить как не надо. Фиксированная зона вот это вообще играла как-то по-тупому, блядь. Так, вот, у нас смысл. Обновление по этому. Вот не такое. Так. Не надо. Дожишки бить. О! Это не ты. Так, что у меня по красноречию 30. Так, что у меня 30? Смотрите. Я понял, я типа пожрачал своими людьми ради народа. Сорян, нахуй.
Is von Bergov's interrogation starting soon?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join...
Welcome to Sukdol, Lord von Bergov. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks!
He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to meet at Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulivs, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
What's wrong, sir? You're not afraid, are you?
Afraid that Jobst, that court schemer, although I expect you people...
Oh.
So, a sensible person should see Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Rabos.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Кто это будет?
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little...
Most importantly, he's got the Mint Master's key. You'll need it to get to... But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one...
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to a...
What's that got to do?
Where would he be received except at the Italian? No one knows them. No one has ever seen them. And very few understand their language.
Well, bugger me.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not?
Fuck.
We can't. Godwin, say something. You're a priest, after all.
You're right. Jesus! Get a grip, fellas.
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade...
He'll tell us to kiss his arse.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet...
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with...
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of...
All right, let's say we get inside with the legate.
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his...
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside. Prepare the ground for digging and...
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours.
What if the legate refuses to...
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and, like, Godwin, eh?
Hold on. I'm not going to play the...
Nobody's asking you to. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll...
All right.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out.
Most importantly...
Then wait for us at Rutard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get in? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you.
That's true, milady.
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safe.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Rutard.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Rutard Palace.
All right. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then.
Do you really believe our plan?
You'll need a big dose of luck. But I think normally, careful preparations are arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several but we don't have time.
What are we going to use Sigismund?
Don't count your chickens before they... If you really do get your hands on the silver, you need to get away with it first. As far as possible. Or do you have any other suggestions?
I reckon I'd better leave that decision to others.
I reckon you're right. There's no point in...
Lady Rosa seemed right at home during Von Ber...
That she did. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal... Had she been born a boy, Rutard would have had an heir other men...
Do you also find it strange?
Indeed I do. But there are the king's position in the country is even more precarious than we thought.
But what would von Berghoff stand to gain if Sigismund...
That I do not know. And I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing...
Это хоть я тебе там все.
I thought people like you would abhor...
I'm your hostage. I appreciate being treated well, and I don't hesitate to...
You want to buy your safety by snitching on your own allies?
What snitching? Sigismund... And I don't have to worry about my safety, do I? Lords Capon and... Assuming you can keep that Jew in line.
Excuse me?
Обсудимо, порешать. Я там у нас здесь друзей. Перехерачу. Где это мы?
How does von Berghoff seem to you?
W dupie mam Bergowa. Ale ta dzierlatka, którą piękna, młoda, wzór cnót niewieścich. Gdy jednak zaciągniesz się do...
She Ruthard's daughter, you pig.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili.
Is he talking about Rosa?
He just say...
What did you think of von Bergov's interrogation?
Oh, well, no blood was spilled. Nobody got, so if you ask me, it went...
Isn't it strange how von Bergov suddenly...
Not really. He's a selfish fucker who goes where the wind blows in his face.
Is there any chance we could...
Only if everybody does what they're told. You included.
I thought that was water under the bridge.
I'd love to forget that beating, believe me. But the body gets old, and every new wound takes longer to heal than the one before.
Now you sound like some grandpa with one foot in the grave.
Watch that grandpa doesn't tickle your belly with a knife in the night. But hey, let bygones be bygones. Actually, it's a good thing we didn't have to slaughter those dung grubbers. But now you have to listen to your elders and betters. Got it?
But what if the plan...
I won't lie. There's a very high chance some things will go bad. And if it does, we'll all be praying for a quick...
You're not serious about...
You fucking... Getting caught with Sigismund's silver in our clutches would be the beginning...
I'm sorry.
Так, где моя яйца? Подкатывать каждый.
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore. I tried a chamomile decoction, but he's in too much pain to fall asleep.
I'll go and see him. We'll pray together. And if you want, I'll stay with him.
Эй, слушай, палка, ты где, брат?
I'm freezing.
А, ну, палка, слушай.
Did you and Capon...
I do not see any reason to.
I won't force you, but seeing as you'll probably be spending a lot of time with us, you should learn to get a...
Stop treating me like a child. I am older than you.
So I can trust you to follow orders? Because if you don't...
Do not worry.
So he goes and shoots at clouds.
And even Kettenberg. And I would restore my
Что?
reputation.
Смотри, так ответить.
Can't you see? I'm as deaf as a post.
Ты обиделся, дурак.
Have a lovely summer evening.
You too. And an even better night.
Are you suggesting something?
Did you hear what was around?
Of course, but I don't even have the will to shake my head anymore.
Is there something you don't like?
Don't like? First, you bring von Berghoff here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the kid. And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could actually succeed.
Да еби твои имеет. Говорит, что квест какой-то. Я провалил. Заебали вы уже, знаете. Сейчас вызова будет. Наверное, жирный тот. Бро, где ты жирный-то?
Grüß Gott.
Ты мне работу нужно тебе.
I'd like to learn...
Entschuldigung.
I'd like to...
There's no time.
Да вы угораете все, блядь, чё опять ночь? Не может, да идите вы нахуй. 500, о! Где мы? Давай, блядь, здорово.
If Sir Hanush saw you at Malashov, he'd be proud.
Well, now I just look like a fool. And it was only thanks to me that von Bergov even lived to see that council.
But you can't really blame Sam. If you were in his place, you'd see red too.
Whatever. Someone like him has no business threatening a noble's life.
Someone like him?
You know what I mean. Why do you keep defending that madman?
He simply doesn't know the ways of the nobility.
You also didn't know any of that when you came to Ratar.
If that...
All right.
What do you think of the deal with von Berg?
I don't care about von Bergov right now. Did you see how everyone ignored me there? I may be younger than them, but I'm...
They're nobles too.
That was no obstacle to you in Malashov when you went against the devil.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't do something.
That makes sense. And the devil could use a few more cuts and bruises. You did the right thing. I probably wouldn't have taken him on.
Блядь, спасибо, бро, нахуй. Спасибо, блядь. Все, видимо. Так, где мы? Где нормажи? Что, пойдем?
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, von Bergov's
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself.
Well, you can try. When we free your father...
I hope so.
How do we even get inside Rithar?
Like I said, through the under...
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here.
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground.
How will I find the entrance this time?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know...
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that...
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside.
I'll be with you. If anything happens...
Ah, my hero! But...
Эй! Всяко. Ой, говно собаки, что было, блядь. Тут миссия. Блядь, тут миссия. Три миссии, 4 миссии, 5 нахуй миссий, 6, 7. 8, 9. Да еби твою душу, мать детей.
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
I'll be careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Most of them have known me since I was a little girl, and they're not easily frightened. Do you have any idea how many times they had to wash, dress, and groom me to make me presentable to my father? I mean, when I was little, of course.
Быть хорошим. Много понять. Мне кажется, женщина с интеллектом это факт.
Startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
I was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up.
Когда побегу. О, мы на свалку идем. Yeah, boy. Привет. Стоп. Проверим теперь.
Is something the matter?
There's a bit of a snag. Come here.
То, что ли?
Well, we have to get to the other side somehow.
Is something the matter?
There's a bit of a snag. Come here.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you...
I can't swim myself.
Shallow or not, would you seriously let a lady wade waist deep in cold water?
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. What's the hurry? I've got... This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Бля, можем бросить в воду.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
Oh, sucker. I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Так, иди за этим. Смотри, как геймплей еще. Я жестко расширяю.
Look at all this mess.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to... We must get rid of them.
What do you mean?
You killed most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
But we don't even know who they are, or how many are here. They might be harmless.
I know, but what do you want to do? Sit...
Всех изничтожу за здоровье.
So you want me to get rid of them? But what...
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above.
What? Are you crazy?
No, don't worry.
But they'll see you.
No, they won't. I'll be round the corner before they have a chance. There's a wooden balustrade.
If you say so. But if anything happens...
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
All right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Ну давай, ребята, поговорим. Погоди.
You're trespassing. This place belongs to the house of Rookhard.
You're wrong, friend. The Roothards have finished in this town. We own the place now.
What are you gonna do about it, fucker?
I'm gonna bash your
Вы что, угораете, парни? Бля, вы зря.
Rosa? Could you...
Rosa! Waiting for you!
Too slow! I'll beat you to a...
Что, блядь, реально, вот тут дождь? Стопы.
Show what you're made of! You're mine!
Я чё, я не хотел вас убивать, реально. Что, бля, больно? Я что на пальце у меня, я смог, что он такой тут.
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit...
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka would...
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot.
I barricaded the door.
Так, погоди. Мне надо выпить. Оп. Вы заебали, мужики. Вам чё нахуй, блядь?
What a mess.
Show your stuff.
Бля, мужики, ну реально хуйня. Ебать, что за хуйня? Ёбнулся. Что, блядь? Стопэ. Ёбнулись. Сел. Ебать. Подожди меня. Да, погоди. Немножко подохуелось сейчас.
What was that?
Погоди, потому что... Я понимаю, что это такое. Это
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now. It doesn't feel much like home anymore.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily...
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court, and God forbid you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father? Even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy.
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
If our plans succeed and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything.
Опа. Опа, нихуя себе.
You'll be all right.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
And for this.
Oh, it seems you know how ladies should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Dami castitatem e continentiam, sed non limoro. Forward, Sir Knight.
Нихуя себе, блядь, здравствуйте. Такие пироги, собственно говоря. Не знаю, это... Ну, я реально как этот... Как принцесса.
Is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look.
Что, надо сбегал, блядь? Окей. Где он отец?
You know about yesterday?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my pa is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
Я так-то могу купить рыцарство, нахуй, просто рейд-кликом.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children. And if I'm really lucky, they'll find me some old man who'll drop dead before we even leave the church.
I'll marry you then.
What?
If we can free your father, I could ask him for your hand in marriage, even under threat that he'll go back under lock and key if he refuses.
I don't think he'd allow it either way. Lord Ruthard's daughter, and the bastard son of the Lord of Skalitz, who was driven out of his estate by Sigismund himself. That's not going to happen. Although, our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, if that's how you feel.
Да и хуй с ним. Тупо и живучесть сразу по челночке качнулась. И мужичка такая бодренькая стала. И 2 очка нахуй, которые некуда девать, блядь. Спасибо вам. Уважаю. Пиздец, блядь. Блин. Красивый. Что так сложно, да? Давайте проверим. Получается, все вышло. Спасибо. Ага. Что-то все. Идем. Господа. Здравствуйте. Вот то. Вот.
I'd like to learn. Unfortunately, I cannot.
А вы заебали, все у вас не так, не так. Бежишь, я тачек. Мне кажется, надо разговаривать, почему ты опять вам электротариф у нас. Я вроде не слышу. Тут типа комнату все нашему, блядь. Да, смотри, конечно, пиздец, как богато. Так, нахуй, блядь, заебали, где выход на улицу?
Good morning, Henry.
Good morning. All the best.
Thank you. Take the care.
Ну что, всем носу, все нахуй, дружба. Ты здоровый всем хотя бы, блядь. Ну, соседи хуй, блядь, я поебался. Это грубо было, неэтично, морально, некрасиво. И я тебе сказал, я тебе, да нихуя себе. Богата. Комар. Кажется, вы пьете. О, вот интересно. Так, где Катеринка? Ну так-то тут пустые должны полмута реально. Все ограбили, как бы дело. Еще нахуй. Ну, логично, понятно. Ладно. Что? Ой, еще лучше. Какой бальзам. Так, теперь показано. Хорошо. А я теперь раз. Что? Драматичность момент. Так посмотреть это.
So you're already here. How was it?
No, it actually went quite well. Credit where credit's due. He really helped him, Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just... But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head, too. Just... I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got...
Some local beggars set up a lair in here.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little.
Quite the contrary.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere.
What should I know? I heard he's a no.
He's the captain of Snoimog. Has a... Certainly not. He's a twisted...
What draws you?
We're both different. When things...
Ну-ка. А где моя?
How did you meet?
For the first time? A few years ago.
Wait, what was that about?
We were fighting for Margrave Jobst.
Why did he let you live?
Because I shot and killed 2 of his men. And crippled 3 others. Before he...
And he just let you go?
Not a chance. I woke... Tri-Devil was all fired up. Betting with his men that they...
And what was the catch?
That fucker took me to the ramparts and said that if I piss and hit the ale pitcher down below, he'd let me go. Otherwise, he tried to hit the ale pitcher.
Wow.
You bet I fucking am. But you don't know.
Teach me something then.
It'll take some time, but throw in a bit of coin.
I saw you shoot. You're bloody fast. I don't get it.
Aye, that's easy to learn. It's just a little trick.
Show me, then.
All right.
Bam.
I'd like to learn...
It'll take some, but throw in a bit of...
How do you always manage to hit the target? Even when you're pissed drunk?
The problem is I can't hit shit if I'm not...
Isn't that addiction?
It's experience.
And that's what I'm interested in.
All right.
Ну что, 1,5 потратим, хуй. Кто их девать-то, блядь, деньги? Было бы что-нибудь реально, куда их тратить можно.
I'd like to learn if...
It'll take some... but for a few...
Well, I saw how you took...
Shit! A
dice, sure.
What fucking hole?
The one where you made him trip over your leg.
Oh, that... All right.
Ну, сейчас... Вы что, угораете? У меня чуть не качнулось. И дробь вычесть. Незаметность. Пьянство 17. Там уже финал будет.
Here you go. Take it. Good boy. Good boy.
Что? Куда сюда тут? На гэшку надо идти. Конечно.